Amanda Seneca, and most recently, Sagas and Red River. Today, this meeting place is still home to many Indigenous people from across Red Island, and we're grateful to have the opportunity to work with them. With that, I think most of you received the agenda for today. It's a fairly light meeting, I'd say, because a lot of the time we want to spend in our members only session to prepare for our annual picnic, which is scheduled for Saturday, June 1st. So please, anyone who is not aware of it, I think you may have seen sign outside, but that will be our annual picnic, our barbecue, and just every year it's probably a massive turnout that we see. We're hoping this year we can be last year's crowd as well. So in terms of the agenda, I know we're going to swap two items. We're still getting set up on the our computer set up for our crime analyst to go through the statistics. So maybe we start first with the community activities and concerns. And so at this point, I'd like to open it up really to the community. Everyone who's attended here. Any questions, concerns, anything else that you'd like to raise?
Want to do the microphone?
Yeah.
I usually get people.
Sounds good.
That's it.
My name is Roger Wolf. I represent the Gilbert Village Community Association. Yeah. And there's been some product activities in Gilbert Village in the last few weeks, and the community would like some update. One item was the armed robbery of an elderly lady on Easter Sunday on Pittsburgh and Square area. And the other item that's caused some concern was the recent stabbing during the high school student. Wonder if there's any updates, so I can take that to the community.
Yeah, I can speak to a couple of those things. One of the incidents that happened in the Guildwood was the armed robbery of a pizza store down there in the local area. So I was advised that people had some concerns about that. That has been taken over by our hold-up squad investigators. That is not specific to the Guildwood community. Unfortunately, there's been several events involving the same group across 43 and other divisions. So again, hold-up squad and our major crime officers are looking into that, and hopefully we'll bring that to a resolution soon, but it's not directly focused on your Guildwood. It just happened to be that's a store that was opened, and that's a store that they targeted along with other pizza places within Scarborough neighborhoods. With regards to the unfortunate homicide the other day, there has been a news release put out by Toronto Police Service. The gentleman, the deceased, he was 17 years old, Brendan Bowler, and I've been directed by anybody that has any up there, about halfway down, you'll see that they can it can be uploaded to a site that's on the Toronto Police Service network. It's linked to like Crime Stoppers, and it's Livingston near WICK. So you can open that up. If you happen to be hearing from any community members, the kids that are in the area that they might have some information, they have the ability to go onto this website, upload whatever information they have. They can provide their names and identifiers if they wish. They also have the option of remaining anonymous, very similar to the Crime Stoppers app that we have. So the more information that we're able to pull in and provide to the homicide investigators, that's great. We have the people that are responsible for this in custody. So there's no outstanding parties. It's just an investigative step that we have to take from the date of the incident to now and up until trial to try to put together all of the pieces as to what exactly happened and what caused this to transpire. Anything else?
Yes, there's the armed robbery know there was anything on Easter Sunday that took place. And,
I'm sorry, Adam, are you at
So that our robbery, it was the, slideshow, you'll see, we had a series actually of, numerous robberies, there's 8 robberies, involved over ours, that was part of it. Some of them were holdups, and some of them were street robberies. They happened in the span of 2 weeks here to mid to late April, just, last week. And with some good work from our PRU officers on Sunday, that gentleman committed 2 robberies on Sunday, and our PRU officers were able to catch him. He's been arrested, and he faces 78 charges, multiple firearms offenses, so he shall be in jail for an extended period of time. So,
thank you.
Any other questions, concerns, comments from anyone?
Hey, my name is Castillo from Councilor Ainsley's office. We just have a few concerns that a few residents have brought up to us. One is in regards to Bateman Park. It is reported at your office that there were several concerns at Bateman Park in regards to the users of the basketball court partaking in illegal activities, exhibiting inappropriate behaviors, and language towards area residents. Typically, these park users are there from early evening to late in the night. Weekends are worse than weekdays. This was happening just all throughout the summer of 2018. We were informed that TO police were alerted. We would like to ensure these concerns continue this summer. Please advise on what can be done to address this. And then we have another issue at Toronto Park. It's the same type of issue, but just in particular, they plan out the entrance to the park on Fair Drive, and then in and around the hockey pad. These activities are taking place early in the evening, worse on weekends as well. And just one more concern, it's in regards to 1120 Bellamy Road, unit 4 and 6. We're not sure if this was brought to your attention, but I think one officials have already ongoing investigation. A resident is informing us that the unit, there's some marijuana without a license, as well as there's some other illegal drugs, including selling to minors. Residents report that this has been going on for at least 2 years.
I'll deal with the 1120 Bellamy first. Yes, we are aware of that address. That's been on our radar for several months. The crew officers, the neighborhood officers, and the major crime have been trying to do their best and enforce the laws on each weekend. Yeah, it has been identified as for lack of a better term, booze gang. We know the behavior that's going on there. It's an ongoing investigation. We have other agencies within the TPS looking at it as well. So what I can tell you is, yes, it is a point of focus for us. It is ongoing, but I can't really expand any more on that. With regards to your concerns on the parks, as you know, the weather's getting warmer, but my guys are out there, they're out on bikes, the ATVs, and there's no one park in particular that we're focusing on. We're focusing on all the parks. So it's, thanks for letting us know which parks are your counselor is identifying, and we try to get to all of them equally as much as we can.
Maybe I could just add, thanks, Bernie, because it's interesting and it's useful that you bring these things to this kind of meeting, but I also am mindful of the fact that these meetings happen once a month. And quite frankly, if you or anyone else has concerns relative to a community park or a business, you don't need to wait until the monthly meeting. You can simply just pick up the phone, give us a call. We discuss these kinds of issues on a daily basis, quite frankly, and there's no need for any sort of delay. There's no need for it to only happen here. We're a phone call away or a visit away, if you'd like. So if there's any concern that any of you have at any time, we're 24/7 operation. So please, sometimes getting on top of things sooner rather than later is useful. So please feel free to keep that in the back of your mind, that you don't need to wait until this meeting to tell us about these kinds of concerns. Yeah.
I just thanks. I raised the concern last time, and this one is solved. And concerns this side. And my daughter go to the Korean school, and she raised this concerns many times to me. And I tried last time, I don't know, I should do it or I shouldn't do it. Maybe that's why I started coming to. I have to learn and I educate myself to what to report, what not to report. And I brought it up to this office landing because I want to get some help. What do I should do? He said he will come and see me in business, and he got busy and I got busy. I feel a little guilty. I should do something because my daughter sees coming, and there's a lot of things going on, and I think school is trying to not to go out, and I think their reputations will be damaged. And this is going on in the locker room and lunchroom all the times. And there's a things going on. We are, my daughter asked me not to get involved because I always want to talk to principals because they might pick on her. So that's why I didn't get involved. That's why I want to get in the advice from Professor Randy is what I should do. And that is my, I didn't follow up after, and then he didn't follow up too. And actually, I feel a little guilty. I've done that something. But there's a lot of things going on, and because and I talk to many people, and everybody wants to get asked. This is it's not in our power, It's just, even teachers, even the policies that because they cannot do anything in the school. So if everybody was their hands, so and we have a responsibility as parents and as and the community, and we should do something about it. And any department, even I talk to some politicians, they say to wait. And I am from Sri Lanka. By waiting, there's a lot of people died because somebody authority didn't do anything. So I think we have a lot to learn from all this kind of ignorance and mistakes we do. Thank you.
I think if I may, if I can just follow up on that. If anybody hears about anything in the school, with respect to the kids or the friends' kids or anything, even if you think it's not going to be of any consequence or anything, if you heard about something that's ruining or something that's happening, by all means, make that call to us. And if there's some type of suspicious activity or anything like that, we do have officers or strict time officers who go to different areas on lunch hours. As you know, in the public school system, no longer have officers in schools as we used to have before. But I mean, if we are aware or we know about anything or hear of something, even just our presence, if we really think it be a fight after the school, then in touch with the police, let us know that there's supposed to be Sunday fight after the school. We've had it on many occasions before where we have our street crime officers or our ex-officers from our crew, and they're just in control and getting around the area. And just sometimes the mere presence of seeing the police in the area, they will negate anything that's going to happen. So if we have the information, if we have the power to do something about it, then great. But as you say, if you're wondering whether or not I should make the call or not make the call, I say always make the call, and then we as police officers will be able to evaluate what we can do.
Maybe I've made many calls, even the last time I called the freeway process in force, I made the phone call. And I don't know where it was. So I called 911. I thought somebody was you try to get it, I see somebody and I made I thought last, on the emergency number I called many times, I could show them. Last time I had an issue with parking lot. And trust me, waiting time, and I called many times, and parking enforcement, even today, I reported and never showed up. But more than one, and that's it. I been called many times. Side of fairness. Many times before I have a lot of breaking, I never made a phone. time that I wait, and after my that I have to go through, and whether I change my class and I don't, I also don't think to do. Like I said, I
Sorry,
made a point, I
the
did.
only way that we can do something better is if we know about it. So,
How long do I need to wait on the phone? I have a business to take care of, it's middle of the business time. It's always up in the twenties, rushes, busiest time of the business. And I hold it on the phones and the police never show up before to help us. And the thing is, everything is happening right after that. And when they kind of do nothing. The administration, figure out talking about that. I think maybe I'm looking, I can show that in the phones.
so, and I would do it, and every time, I mean, on 911, it's a different priority level with respect to whether or not.
It's not that I watch, it's just that none of the videos in number that I know, because I know, I don't like to be bothered. And that's why I don't know what much. But before that, I don't know anymore. Because nobody take it seriously.
If you have break-in,
No, I don't know the hockey incident, people talk and this, that, you know, when they call, if people don't, you know, none of it it's an issue, people's gonna fight. And the only police comes after the fight is over, it's just a punish, it's not prevent, you know, I see, but the police is not there to prevent, it's just to punish. See, we should put more energy preventing than punishing. I know maybe it's not the right place, but it's on kills. And you know that this is that's what I learned from my experience. That's what I learned.
but as I said, with respect to schools, if something's going to happen, we have it before where we are in the area and we do that. So it's, and I'm sorry about the times that we've gone through something else before. I can't look into it unless I.
The car is still 6 months, still in the parking lot. Nobody ever, management is called many times, even yesterday parking lot. They didn't talk. It's not blocked to the tenants there, somebody's parking, it's over 6 months.
Okay.
And I can't do
As I
anything.
said, after the meeting, I'll sit down and take it.
Thank you.
I guess I'm next. I don't think I need a microphone. To my involvement with the Legion, I got into the habit of talking loud. This is the first event of this nature that I've been here, and I think the police overall are doing an excellent job. All my involvement and activities and feedback has been nothing but the best, and I certainly want to compliment and recognize 43 Division for hosting events such as this. I was made aware of it, and that's why I decided to come today. And so that I can keep the residents of Highland Creek, I'm the president of the Highland Creek Community Association, and a number of concerns have been brought to my attention, not serious ones, but there was an incident that at a gas station at Watson and Old Kingston Road. The owner there, as the story goes, was held up, had a shotgun put in his face, and robbed, and that was it. And one of the neighbors on Watson, who had one of those house cameras, that was contacted, but nothing was shown on that. The other thing is, that's been brought to my attention, and now I know that it's being dealt with, and that's the speeding along Military Trail near the Highland Creek Public School. So that's being addressed already. So that was brought to my attention. I got in touch with the school, May, who is the principal there, and said, David, police are already on top of it, so good for you fellas. Thanks very much. The next one, I guess this is just a point of information. The Highland Creek will be holding its 34th Annual Heritage Festival.
at the Highland Creek Community Park on Saturday, June 15th. We normally have it in the village. It's going to be in the park this year. And I know that in the past, there has been some police presence. And so I thought I should make mention of that today. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Nothing else, so thank you everyone, and maybe switching around the order, hand over the mic to Adam LeBlanc, our crime analyst, to talk about crime statistics.
Very good afternoon, everybody. I am one of the primary analysts here, and as usual at these monthly meetings, I will do a little slideshow on what's happened in the previous month. So we're going to do this. So first up, we show a couple of community maps. This is a community map that shows the representation of our CPLC members. We are one of the strongest CPLCs in the city, which we're very proud of, but we are always looking to add people. So if you live in one of these communities or know someone who lives in one of these communities that's interested in coming out, please let them know about these meetings. And the next one here, this is the neighborhood map. We show this one monthly. This is part of our way forward. We've heard that word before. That's the modernization of the Toronto Police Service. We are moving into a neighborhood approach. So the city has put over the neighborhoods. These are the neighborhoods that are in our division. The ones that you see with the arrows pointing back to the officers' names on them, those are neighborhoods that have been identified as the higher priority neighborhoods in our division, and we actually have the neighborhood safety unit with officers that are assigned to specifically deal with issues in those neighborhoods. So some maps here. This first map here, this is a map of collisions that happened in the month of April. You see here the dots represent types of collisions. You can see the other legend, you have 3 mains, non-important collisions, personal injury or property damage. And then on top of that is a heat overlay to give you better representation of where the problems are. In April, we did have reduced collisions. We did pretty good. For those of you who come here month to month, that top left corner, that's where the town center is in most of our corporate buildings in the division. That's pretty much always red. That we see a humongous amount of traffic flow every day of the year. So we do always have quite a few collisions up there. But the other intersections, Park and Lawrence was a little bit busy, but our other intersections did quite a bit lighter than what you see. So that's pretty good. And then this map here, it's the same heat overlay. So the heat overlay is representing collisions, but now those black crosses you see, those are representing enforcement that officers have done. Maps like this are shown weekly to the superintendent and our staff sergeants, and they use these. It's a smaller version, so it only has a week of data. This has a month. They use that data to decide on where our traffic priorities will be in the coming weeks. First up, break and enters. This map depicts the break and enters we've had in 43 Division in April. The different color dots to show you the different zones that they're in. Break and enters is something that's been down in 2019, especially residential entries. Our main area of impact right now is commercial entries. Our commercial businesses have been affected in the overnight hours. People just quickly smashing the windows trying to take their cash registers. So if you do own a commercial business or you want one that does, you can remind them to do that tough things. Don't keep big floats in drawers. Keep your tills open. Put a sign on the window at night saying that no cash on hand. Stuff like that will help you with that. Our major crime unit did make a pretty significant arrest in mid-April, so they have started to come down. The U.S. is responsible for several of them. So we're hoping that they stay down. Hopefully he will be in custody for a while. That will assist with that. Now moving on to robberies. We have seen at the start of the month, this map doesn't look too bad, but a lot of these dots came in here at the end of the month in the first week of May. As registered with the brought up concern with that elderly lady. Unfortunately, we had only one particular individual that decided to go on a robbery spree. In a very short period of time, we did commit 8 armed robberies. Thankfully, over this past weekend, some good work by our primary response unit. He attempted to commit a robbery, and our primary response unit was able to catch him. And like I said previously, he's been charged with numerous offenses. He will be in custody for a while. So those robberies have started to dissipate again. and hopefully it stays that way. It is summertime, so we do remind people if you wear visible jewelry and stuff like that, walking around with your cell phones in your hands, your earbuds in your ears, just to be aware of your surroundings, because that's what some of these people will look for who commit these types. Then moving on to theft of autos, we were pretty busy. If you guys come to these meetings often in the winter and the fall, spring, we were getting a lot of warning vehicles stolen. So we kept on giving out these warnings. Thankfully, the warmer weather's here. We've seen that drop off because not so many vehicles reporting. So our theft from autos have reduced in the month of April. Hopefully that will continue throughout the summer. These here are our major crime indicators. These are a set of 6 crimes set out by StatsCan to show what's best going on in the community. We measure these crime indicators. All police forces across Canada measure these. We track and we kind of use this as an indicator of what's going on. For the majority, our major crime indicators are doing really good. Our assaults are down, which are good. Our break-in enters are down. Our robberies are up. It looks like it's pretty significant. One thing I'll point out, and it was last year, we had our historical low robberies. So this station opened in 2006, and last year was the most robberies we've had since the station has been open. So not a huge concern, because if you look back to 2017, we're still below those numbers, and 2017 was a reduction from 2016. So it's, even though the number looks big, it shouldn't be that alarming at the moment, and we are working hard to keep that number down. And in total, we are down overall, which is good, because we had a good year last year as well. And then one last slide, I used to like to give some tips. With the warmer weather coming, you see these 2 pictures. These people will start popping their heads out, our door-to-door salesmen. Anybody coming to your door, please be very cautious. We have a lot of fraudsters that like to commit fraud door-to-door. Also, if someone's knocking on your door, don't ignore the knock, because that's another thing that people who commit break-ins do. They'll knock on the door, they'll wait for someone, they'll knock again. If no one answers, they'll force their way into your home. So if you don't want to answer your door, that's fine. You should at least speak to your door, say, hello, I'm here, I'm not interested in speaking to you, whatever you want. And if you do open the door and speak to these people, just make sure you're speaking to a legitimate salesperson. And then down in the bottom corner, I put this up, because this actually happened again this week, is the distraction theft. So these people go around, driving around the neighborhoods, usually preying on the elderly, preying on people where they can visibly see them wearing jewelry. For instance, this week, a couple were doing some gardening. 2 males pulled over, they started asking them some questions, offered to give them a gold necklace in exchange for his help. And as they were putting a gold necklace on his neck, they took his gold necklace off. So be aware of that. Hopefully you don't become a victim of that. And that's it for me. This is the news release that was put up earlier. We spoke about this for the homicide. No one else has any questions.
And I just wanted to pass on to everybody. I don't know if everyone's aware of the amnesty program that's going on in the city of Toronto right now. I'm sure most of you are aware. It started on April 26th, and it's going through to May 17th. So anybody who has any handguns or long guns at home, or just don't want to have them anymore, you can bring them in, or you can call, you can come get them, nobody bring you, fire, sorry. But we will come and pick them up, and they're giving $350 for a handgun and $200 for a long gun. It's going on, as I said, until May 17th, and there is good news so far in 43 division, just from April 26th. We have in total received 203 guns that are out on the streets within our division here, and 136 of those this week alone, which is great. That for 43 division, and not that I was going to give a shout out to us, but 42 division today has only taken 60 out on the street, so yay for great.
I just want to follow up just quickly. We were talking outside, we were talking about the parking issue that was raised. And when we got down to it, it turns out the parking problem is actually occurring on private property. So that is why parking is not coming. We as a police department don't have the authority to ticket or tow on private property and any of those disputes. So we just wanted to talk about it here in the meeting, just so everyone's aware. I know Paul and I were at McCaffey Day yesterday with our traffic enforcement officer, Pappy. People were texting in the drive-through, and people were telling us, get them, get them. It's private property. So the same things, the same rules apply. We can't enforce some of those provincial or bylaws, City of Toronto bylaws on private property. It has to be on public roads.
I'm not happy with the landlord. And I'm from 96 in favor of this, so she tells me it's the solution was to pull out.
Yeah, and that's why I said if you have to do these things with your property management company, yes.
No, my business is since 96. Well, because I'm not with problems. Some people are pushing the parking lot. And she said, she want me to take this matter in my hand. So what do I do? What do I do? So everybody, like I said, everybody's just washing their hands though. And I don't know, he's in the road. And he's, I'm not, I can't get up. Because, what do you want me to do? Tell me, please tell me what you do.
As we discussed outside, it's private property. You do have to deal with the people that own the property, which in your case is your landlord.
I do the private property. I beat this guy up. You bet private is happening the private property. You should come.
So you're threatening to beat up your
No,
landlord?
no, I'm asking for the solution. See, what you can do. You say it's a private property, you cannot come.
Like fellow officers, is there any other solution?
What I'm gathering is that you have a particular concern, and we appreciate it, that it's very frustrating. But I would submit that every scenario is a little bit unique, and what we could probably do best for you is talk to you offline, perhaps, because the particulars of your situation matter. And when we sort of talk to you and understand them more carefully, then perhaps we can help give you some advice. I mean, this is not an uncommon problem in the City of Toronto, as you might imagine. And there's all sorts of situations where, whether it's signage, whether it's private towing companies, you name it, it's a complicated, difficult issue at times for a lot of people, and I appreciate your frustration, but we're probably not going to solve your exact problem right here and now today, and I know there's a few other matters to get to. So if you'll just indulge us and give us a little patience, we can talk to you at the end of the meeting or off to the side, and we can try to better understand the details of your situation so that we can give you the very best advice. I know it's frustrating, but I don't know that we're going to walk through it all carefully.
That's not the problem. They should, I came for help, you guys should give me an audience. That kind of works This is not a.
No, but our intent is not to wash our hands of your problem. Our intent is to.
That's what
Look, as a community member, I can tell you that, I work very closely with the officers. I know, PC, Campbell, and Rowan, and I like the idea of us even opening this event to the public, which not many divisions do, is exactly to address the concern. So our objective is publicly and open. This is recorded. This goes up, online. Like, we are completely an open book as it relates to these issues. The objective is to try and address the issue. But as the superintendent said, we may not be able to solve it right now. But the fact that now that you've raised it, at least this gives us an opportunity to talk about
that's why I
that.
asked you to come and talk to care. This is what you tell me is, I want you to get very beginning with this and how I came to talk about it, you should be listening. That's what I thought.
Thank you, and we will follow up with you, and we will try to get you some help. But certainly, our intent is not to sort of make the problem go away without doing the best we can. So we will follow up with you.
Thank you. So I know as I warned at the start, this will be a fairly short meeting. That's all that we had on our agenda. So if there's any other questions, then happy to address them. Otherwise, this will conclude our meeting. We have our as I announced, our annual picnic on Saturday, June 1st. It runs from 11 a.m. to about 2 p.m. So please make a note in your diary, and we encourage everyone to attend. This is open to the entire public, and really the idea is for the community and businesses in the community to get to know the officers, get to know your local police division and the CPLC, and engage with us, in a little more of a social setting. And our next meeting will be June 13th on Thursday. We then break for the summer and then resume right after that. So we'll be off on July and in August. So if you're unable to make the picnic, please do attend our next meeting next month. With that, thank you everyone for joining, and this concludes our general session.
Thank you.